Hi, I'm Bianca, and today I am 548 days sober. And guess what? That's 18 months, bitches. If you are new here, I'm Bianca, and I loved alcohol a little too much. Wow, today is special because I've never had 18 months before. I've had like 30 and 60 days a million times. I've had 6 months, 9 months a couple times. I've even had 1 year before. So now I've had a year twice. But I never, ever made it to 18 months. So this is very exciting. But it's also been quite the journey and I'm freaking exhausted. But I'm here and I'm sober and that's all that matters, right? So I'm sorry I made 3 videos and then just kind of dipped on out. I don't know what happened, guys. I think I just got super overwhelmed and did what I do best. Avoid. But so much has happened in the last 6 months. I got to interview my best friend Bria, who was my roommate the night of my DWI, and I gave her a heart attack because she was looking for me. I got my first haircut in 5 years. Yes, you heard that right. 5 years. Isn't it cute? I went to my first sober wedding. I went to Estes Park with my family. I went on my first sober vacation. I sang sober in front of people, which that is a huge thing for me. But that's another video for another day. I enrolled back in school after 7 years. I survived Las Vegas, Nevada sober. I know, that was like something I never thought I could do. I kind of thought that like my days of going on the strip were just long gone, but I did it. I left my job of 9 years. I survived my first week of school. I had a seizure my second week of school, and I went to my first sober NFL game. So I filmed a video for like each of those events, but I just couldn't get myself to edit them and post them. And I've tried to analyze why, but I think I just got really overwhelmed. And then I had some expectations for my 1 year, which if there's anything I've learned in sobriety, expectations are a no-no. It's not a rule, but it's strongly suggested that you don't get into a relationship your first year of sobriety because you're working on yourself and you just kind of have to focus on yourself. And then if you break up, that might, lead to a relapse. It can get real messy sometimes, So, I've been trying to get sober for the last 5 years. So when I finally hit a year, I was like, hey, where are you? Stop hiding. It turns out I have a lot more that I need to work on. And another expectation I thought that because I have done all of this work on myself and therapy and dealt with my traumas, I was like, wow, that's like gonna fix everything. I know that I have to work on my recovery for like the rest of my life, but I thought I had gotten like the major dirty work done. I thought I was just gonna have maintenance work from here on out. No, not at all. No. All these years I thought my eating disorder was gone. Turns out she was just hiding underneath my addiction. So now that I got the alcohol and the drugs out of the way, she was like, hey, remember me? I've been here all along. So yeah, now I have to deal with that bitch, and I've just been making excuses, Like, I learned 6 months ago that I was gonna have to deal with my eating disorder, and I haven't really done anything to tackle it. because I'm gonna have to go to another 12-step program. And I was like pissed off about that. And then for food, there's like so many. There's OA, which is like Overeaters Anonymous. Then there's ABA, which is Anorexic and Bulimics Anonymous. Then you have Food Addicts Anonymous and Food Addicts in Recovery. Like, it's kind of overwhelming. So it's like, it's just something I don't want to do. You want to know another fun thing I found out? My biggest fear in life is intimacy. And that's the whole reason I'm almost 30 and have never had a boyfriend before in my whole entire life. And sober sex, please just kill me right now. Like, So there's SLAA. I think they call it slaw, but it's weird because that sounds like coleslaw. But anyways, it's Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous, and that's something I'm gonna have to go to because I'm not a sex addict, but there's these things called sexual anorexics, and I'm one of those. So it treats both ends of the spectrum. So yeah, I was mad that I had to deal with my food anorexia and my sexual anorexia, and there's probably some other anorexia that I don't know I have, but I'm gonna have to deal with that too. So yeah, I was angry, and it sounds like I'm still a little bit angry about it. Like, how many goddamn 12-step programs am I gonna have to go to? All I asked for was a boyfriend, and the universe was like, okay, here's more work. There you go. So I threw my little temper tantrum, but I have to remind myself to be grateful that I even have the opportunity to work on these issues, because I could still be out there drinking, or actually it would be more likely that I'd be dead. So yeah, I just have to be grateful that I have the opportunity to work on these things. And I've been putting a lot of things off. This channel was one of them. So a couple weeks ago, my friend said something that really just resonated with me. She said, "Thank you for being honest about your struggle, because when you're honest about it, I feel less alone." And that one got me right in the feels, because I know how lonely that feeling is, and it sucks. It's like, it's awful. Like, your friends and your family that are alcoholics, they can say that they understand, but they're never gonna actually understand. They can't. It's just, unless they're one, you really can't understand. The only other people that can understand are people who are going through the same thing. And I fought AA for a very long time, for 5 years, you know, that's probably why it took so long. And now I actually love that place because it saved my life. So I know that you probably don't want to go to AA. You probably think that, oh, if you just go to therapy, it'll stop, or you're gonna try to do all these crazy things to avoid AA. But until you decide to get your ass on down there, I'll be your sober bestie. And I can talk about all the embarrassing and awful things I did while drunk, and hopefully you won't feel so alone. You might even feel better about yourself, because I have pissed the bed so many times. And like, I've even fucked my Uber driver, so like, you probably will just feel better about your life and the choices you've made while under the influence. But I don't piss the bed anymore because I'm 18 months sober. So yeah, things are just getting better every day. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, if you could give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, I would love you forever and ever. And yeah, I think that's all I have. Hopefully. You know, my memory has been awful lately since I had my seizure. Okay, that's it. Bye!